function, and purpose. I'll give you guys a hint. Sperm doesn't do good well in an acidic environment. Anybody want to take a guess where this is leading to? Urine is acidic. Okay, that little bit of discharge sanitizes the urethra in the male. Isn't that amazing? Stuff like this, creation is so much fun, especially when you love God, amen? So it's not a defect, it's very important for reproduction. It disinfects the urethra so that the sperm are safe. Any comments on that? Any amens? What a fantastic, he thought of everything. It is amazing, it gets even better. Genesis 1:31, God saw that he had made, and behold, it was very good. I just love how the Bible's written. It's got these little fun words. My favorite is, he made the stars also. Isn't that great? You like that too, right?
That's cool.
Yeah. All right, I'm glad you're in the front row.
He's got to be British. He has a fair understatement.
Yeah. That gives me goosebumps just thinking about that. He made the stars also. Okay, battle of the immune system. Now, the woman's body has an immune system, of course. When the man's discharge enters into her, her first reaction for her immune system is to fight this invader, to see what it is. But in the men's semen are counter agents. See how technical this is? To counteract the woman's immune system from killing the sperm. So it's like a little battle going on, but God has designed the semen to counteract the female's attempts to kill the foreign invader. Okay? You're going to see a better picture in a second, but here's an overall picture. God is smart. The head of the sperm is sticky. And the egg, too, is sticky so that they can touch. You got all kinds of DNA, mitochondria for energy, and the tail. There's a better drawing of it. Does that look like a design to you guys? What do you think? Come on, don't be religious on me. It's breathtaking, and there's, of course, millions of these. Now, people will often accuse you, if you believe in creation, of being religious. Anytime you hear the religion word, you replace it with the T word, which is what? Truth. I'm not religious. I'm a person that seeks truth. If you believe that's a design, that's not religious. It's 99.99% certain that it's true. Since you didn't see it created, you can't be 100%. But that's a fine, fantastic design. Okay? Now, I always have apes. I got a couple in tonight's lesson. I'm asking you guys, why is it shaped like an arrow, the side view? You see that on the right? Any answers? It's not a tough question. Streamlining. It's more efficient for it to swim, just like a speedboat. Okay? It's a streamliner. Now, more details. For pregnancy to occur, the sperm have to have what abilities? Anybody want to take some guesses? There's many. They have to be able to swim, right? But for one, you need a lot. People think if you have less than 20 million in the discharge, you're probably not going to impregnate the female. So you need a lot of them. Has to be very, very strong swimmers. And you have to have the right shape. Often men are considered infertile if their sperm are not the correct shape. Does natural selection, billions of years, have the ability to do that? No, because once you're dead, you don't get a mulligan. You know what mulligan is in golf, right? You don't get a do-over. Okay, I'm dead, I'm going to try it again. No, once you're dead, that's it. You don't get a do-over. God got it right the first time. Okay, trivia time. How many sperm a day do men produce? We'll take 3 guesses. Someone raise your hand. It's all in fun.
1,000.
1,000 a day?
Oh, no, it's 20 million minimal, right?
Yes, you're reading good.
So million.
So,
Million.
100 million.
Okay, anyone else? And there's no bad guesses. I like the participation. Ron, take a guess.
Let's go larger than, let's go 5 to 8.
You get that?
120 million.
All right.
100 million. That's exactly what you said, right?
Right.
100 million a day. Okay. Part 2. How many eggs a day does a woman produce?
I do this. 0.
Very good. 0. Women are born with about 400,000 and they make no more. My daughter saw that when I was working on my lesson. She goes, "What's that one on there for, Dad?"
Durability.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Now, this lesson was just so much fun to make. I'm honored that you're here tonight so I can share it with you guys. How does the sperm find the egg? Just by chance it swims all over the place until it hits it? What do you guys think?
Eggs send out little.
Yeah, you would think they just go all over the place like ants looking for food, right? But they don't. Experiments show that the sperm flock to an egg. They did these like channels, and they put an egg in one of the channels, and the sperm would swim to the channel, no matter which one they put it in. You follow me? They think, and I got goosebumps, front row can see it. The sperm has a sense of smell. That's information once again. How does it know what scent it's trying to detect? God is involved to the micro little detail of our lives, amen? The sperm have a sense of smell. And all of these notes you'll be getting on your way out. So, okay. This, well, I should stop. This just blows me away too. Are freshly ejaculated sperm able to fertilize the egg? How many people say yes? Ah, they are not. Guess where it gets the help from? From the female. The sperm needs help from the female in order to cause pregnancy to occur.
Girl rule.
That's right. She's not going to let that go, and that's okay. I like feistiness. It's called capacitation. Okay. Electrical people know about capacitors. Well, this is called capacitation, where the female helps the sperm because it needs some help. First, well, it does many things. It cleans it up. It removes the unneeded parts from the semen. It basically cleans it up, okay? Second, it rearranges the plasma membrane lipids and proteins. It rearranges the chemistry of the head of the sperm to assist in it attaching to the female's egg. Now I'm going to have, Henry, could you explain the chemistry of this up here? I'm just having fun. I can't do it either. But that is what the female does to the head of the sperm, rearranges it to enable it to attach to the female more ably. Now, how many geniuses are here tonight? I know there's one over here. Okay, good. You'll like this part. And you decide if this is design or chance. And don't fall asleep, okay? Now, this is a hypothetical model for the mechanism of cholesterol efflux and human sperm capacitation. This model shows the phospholipid-water interface to which cholesterol migrates in the glycolytic zone consists of glycoproteins anchored to the plasma membrane. You get it. Look at all those big words. Cholesterol acceptors, albumin may bind cholesterol. You get the point, right? Breathtakingly complex of the female modifying to the sperm for reproduction. If you get the DVD, you can read all that, okay? And you know, in 100 years, they'll learn even more about this, if the planet still exists, right? We're just in the cutting edge. God is a great genius. And truly, if you're a genius, it's because God's gift to you. Amen? People say, oh, you're so smart. Well, God gave them gifts, and our job is not to ruin the gifts through drugs and alcohol and other ways. Amen? Okay. Another way, this is probably the coolest way for me. The female assists the sperm in their mission. The capacitation, the woman's chemistry, enzymes, enable it to move faster. Okay, now up on top, you got a lot that are wiggly, but you got a lot that are straight. That's the thrust that the sperm is wiggling with. Okay, this is before the female has capacitated it. This is after the female's body has capacitated it. Almost every one is violently thrusting, okay? Girls rule in this case, okay? Good. Okay, so you notice that? More wiggly on the bottom, thanks to the enzymes from the female. This thrust, this extra thrust, helps it penetrate the egg. See, this is before capacitation, this is afterwards. Here's the chemistry for you people who love chemistry. You can study that on the DVD, okay? So, let me ask you guys a question about capacitation. Once again, the female helps the sperm. Suppose 100 million sperm are in the female. My question to you is, does she capacitate all 100 million sperm at once? Or does it happen in groups of the sperm at different times? No, not at once. In groups. If they do it in groups, it extends the time of the chance for the sperm to fertilize the egg. You follow me? So they don't know if an egg has been released. But if you prolong the time that the sperm is capable of fertilizing, the chances of reproduction are increased. You follow me? So it maybe does 10 million at a time, and then 10 million, then 10 million, then 10 million, lengthening the time for her to be able to get pregnant. Okay, so which sperm fertilizes the egg? Anybody familiar with 1 Corinthians 9:24?
The one next to women.
Very good. Do you not know that those who run in a race all run, but only one receives the prize? Oh, thank you very much. Run in such a way that you may win. Wow, I didn't expect that. That's supposed to be serious now. But you're not entirely right. It's not the first. And I'm going to show you why. It could be, but not necessarily. Incredible stuff again. The female egg is protected by 3 barriers. Think of a very important castle, and they got 3 castle walls surrounding it. You can think of the logic of that. You don't want that precious egg subject to bacteria, viruses, and all other kinds of stuff. It's protected by 3 layers, 3 barriers you could call it, okay? So how in the world is the sperm going to fertilize the egg if it's protected by 3 walls before the sperm can get to the castle? Follow me? The sperm has 3 unique enzymes, incredibly unique enzymes. Each enzyme is designed to penetrate through one of the layers, okay? So, when the sperm finally touches the egg, does the egg say, come on in? Check this out. It checks to see if it's the same species. They've done experiments. If it is the same species, it immediately hardens the shell. Like one of those James Bond movies or something, you know? It hardens the shell and no other sperm can penetrate it. Now, the first sperm might be saying, I'm great, I'm the fastest swimmer. Well, his whole contribution might be to break down one of the barriers. So it could be like the 5 million sperm, the lazy one, who says, oh, cool, no barriers, and walks right on in. So the race doesn't always go to the swiftest.
That would have been my second son.
Had nothing to do with the way you raised him. He said it was his second son. Well, I saw a t-shirt that once said, cheer up, you were the fastest of 100 million sperm. But that's not necessarily true. It was the first one to be able to fertilize the egg. How did these enzymes evolve? Was it millions of years of time, nature, and chance that they just got these enzymes on this? No. Because you would be dead. And once again, once you're dead, you can't reproduce. So many verses that could be used. Job answered the Lord, I am so insignificant. How can I answer you? I love this. This is my favorite part of Job. I place my hand over my mouth. We all, our human flesh, want to argue with God, right? And what happens? But when you look at how great He is, we should just be humble to Him as Lord, that He is above us. But once again, He understands our nature. Yes?
You said that the first one gets in and then the egg shell hardens immediately. So how does this second lazy one get through the hard shell?
Oh, that's the one that fertilizes. Good question. Okay? They want to get to the egg here. This is a barrier, that's a barrier, that's a barrier. The first one to get there, when she realizes it's same species, human, it hardens the shell. I can't answer how, they call it polyspermia if too many do it, and that does happen every now and then. But there's so many sperm, it's amazing that, oh, do you know the answer?
No.
Okay.
I didn't quite get, how did the sperm die? The first one maybe broke
Oh.
the barrier?
He may have been doing nothing but breaking down the barrier. Okay? He didn't necessarily break through all the 3 layers at first. It was like, suppose I'm a king and you guys are fighting for me and I want you to take that castle. You guys might spend all your energy and effort knocking down the walls. And then I just cruise in and I'm the man, right? So it didn't necessarily make its way through, but it helps break down the barrier. Yes?
So you're saying each sperm only has so much energy and then they just die? Is that why he doesn't keep going?
And again, I could be wrong here. It has the potential, I believe, to make it, but my understanding is it would expend most of its energy breaking down that barrier for a later sperm to come fertilize. And that's I did touch on reading that, and that's what I understand it to be. Okay? Because you've got to knock down the walls. It's like in war, the privates do all the work and the generals become president, right? Okay. There's some pictures of the eggs and the sperm. Another little miracle. After conception, the embryo, cell division begins early, produces HCG. How many people have heard of that? My wife knew all this stuff because when she was pregnant, she's reading it. Oh yeah, of course I've heard of that. HCG is a hormone. It does many things. One of the coolest things, it stimulates the uterus to produce more blood and nutrients. So this little cluster of cells produces a hormone for the uterus to produce more blood and nutrients. Yes?
So that's the hormone that shows up in a pregnancy test. Isn't it?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
ACE.
No, you're right, it's right.
Hormone.
Exactly right. That's my next slide. Yeah, very good. I was kidding. Excellent. That's the one that determines if